Hello, Tarot viewers. Welcome to Good Morning Tarot. Okay, let us start the day with a short tarot reading. This is the third day of this tarot series, Good Morning Tarot. It's a general reading, so because every day we have a reading for a specific element, okay, and so I felt it's good to have also a general reading so that everybody can also have a tarot reading for themselves, okay. And so let us try to see what is our main energy for today. Our main energy for today is temperance. Okay, so temperance is sort of like, for me, when I look at temperance, it's a person who is taking the middle road, not going to the extremes. And I think it is the best way for a holistic way of living, wherein all the opposites of our personality are somehow put together. They are accepted together. Like, for example, the dark and the light. We accept our shadows as part of us and also our good sides. No? So the conscious and the subconscious mind, they work together. The masculine and the feminine, the inner life, the outer life. No? We're able to attain a certain holistic way of living where every part of our personality is contributing something, and every part, the voice of everyone is sort of like being accepted. Okay. Looking at the crystal ball, what immediately come to me is like drizzling rain. Yeah, but not too strong of rain. Not just, you know how it is. It's just when sometimes it rains, but not too much, just a little, and then you. I remember when I was in Pamplona. No, I think they call it shidimidi, something like some, I think Calabobo, they call it like that also. They call it Calabobo because it's like, for example, when it's drizzling, when it's just a small amount of rain is falling, and you say, oh no, I won't get wet, so you go out and walk. And then after you go, after a certain time later on, you realize, I'm already wet. Okay, something like that. So it's like that. It's makes me think of those little things in life wherein uh, we do not attend to them because we say, it's just little, it will not affect me, so we we do not give attention to it. So it's those little things that we need to give attention to, but because they are just so insignificant, we don't give time to attend to them, the little things. And so what happens is, after a certain time, it accumulates, and then later on, it's like the little rains, no, little drips of water from the rain. Later on, you realize you're already wet. So it's like that also. For example, there is something that you need to attend to, but because it's not too important, so you set it aside, you don't notice it, and then later on it becomes big, and then we have to attend to it, and we have to exert more effort on it. Like, for example, also diet. You say, it's okay, I'm still young, no problem, and then later on we have already certain problems in our health, like hypertension. The sugar goes up, something like that. They started with little things. It's the same thing also in the positive things, no. But this one, you need to exert effort. That is why temperance also is something very good, no. To be able to attain this certain balance in our life, it starts with little disciplines, no. Like, for example, you have a certain, you give yourself maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes each day doing little push-ups or doing some yoga stretchings, okay. it's insignificant. But then later on, if you continue on doing it after 3 months, you realize the effect on your body. Okay. Usually, actually, after a month, you start to see already the change. So it's in little things. And I think this is the secret here in temperance, Like this person, like this angel, keeps on trying to pour one cup after another. Later on, she becomes well, she's able to already have whatever she is balancing. No? Maybe one cup has colored red, the other is colored blue. After she mixes it, sometimes on the two color will blend each other already, and it will be sort of like one. So it starts with little things. No, attaining that temperance starts with little things. At the same time, also, no, improving on our habits, getting rid of those bad habits. No, it starts with little things. No, you for example, if you are addicted in taking coffee, maybe you take 6 coffees a day, then maybe you say, okay, today I'll just take 5 cups of coffee. Okay, and then after a week, you say, I'll take 4 cups of coffee, and then 3 cups of coffee, and then later on you say 1 cup of coffee, and then you say 1 cup every 3 days. Okay, something like that. You you improve on it, and then later on, yeah, you see the effect, So it takes in little things. I feel this is somehow, I don't know, it suddenly came, the crystal ball and the card of temperance somehow. Yeah, they work to, suddenly this insight came. And I feel, yeah, this is the secret here. Um, so the main energy for today is temperance. So uh, I think what we can do right now for today is to try to think, what is one thing that I can do that will improve my situation, that will bring me to wholeness. Okay, so just think of one thing that you will do, that you can do every day. Like, for example, one less coffee a day. Okay, or 10 push-ups a day. Okay, and then later on, let's see what happens now. So one small step towards a better life. I feel that's one good thing that we can do for temperance. I think taking the middle road also will be something to do also with relationship with other people. Uh, if we go to the extremes of getting angry, or if we go to the extremes of allowing people to take advantage of us, maybe we should take a little middle road there also. So anyway, so temperance is taking the middle road. Uh, they say also, when it comes to spiritual life, the way towards holiness or sanctity is taking the middle road. Not going to the extreme. If you become too fundamentalistic, charity goes out of the window. Okay. If you become also a little bit too liberal, uh, sometimes going to the extremes, can makes us, has a danger for us to, for the charity to go out of the window. Even the liberal person, can sometimes, if they are not very careful, they might do things in a certain way that would scandalize the other one who is in the extreme. And in a certain sense, well, it's like charity also going out of the window. It's taking the middle road, being able to respect both sides, and being in a inclusive kind of energy where you accept those who are extremes, and you accept those who are in the extremes, you accept them, whether they are in the fundamentalistic side or in the too liberal side. Actually, when you go into our spiritual journey, we have to, there is a time when we are fundamentalistic, and is a time where we are a little bit liberal. It's like this one, like the one of the temperance, where you pour one to the other cup, and then you pour to the other cup, until you're finally able to get the middle one, the middle road, where you learn to adapt. When you are with somebody who's fundamentalistic, you are able to adapt to them. Those who are too liberal, you're able to adapt to them. Why? Because you are able to attain, and you are able to experience both sides. So it's like part of our journey. Even the masculine and the feminine side, you will realize that there is some point in your life when you are very masculine, and there's a point in your life where you are very feminine, until finally you get a certain middle road where your masculine and your feminine side is there already. And when you have both masculine and feminine side, you don't need other people to fill up what is lacking in you. You sometimes, when you are too feminine, you tend to look for somebody who is more masculine in order to compensate the what is lacking in your masculine part of your person. So when you get the middle road, you no longer depend on other people to fill up your cup because you have everything in your cup already. So people can come and go into your life. When they come, you celebrate life with them. When they go, you wish them the best. And if they come back again, you welcome them again. So it's like that. Well, anyway, that is what we have here. So what is the challenge that we can expect for today? Okay, so today seems to be going to be a gentle gallop into nature. Okay, it's not going to be too. I think you will have some. What we can expect for today is that you'll have some moments where you can listen to nature. You can listen to the universe. Um, you can be also a messenger for today. You see here, it reminds me of Mercury, the wings on the helmet of this person. No, it makes me think that you can be a messenger, and the message is coming from this cup, and I feel the cup symbolizes the inner world. Okay, so for some of you, you see here again a wings on the heels, on the Achilles heel. Okay, the heels of this person. It makes me think that for some of you, you will become a messenger from the inner world. Maybe there is a certain inspiration or a certain message for somebody. For some of you, maybe or mediums. No, there might be a special message that the universe would like to tell someone or a group of people or maybe something. So just be aware of it. Maybe one of the challenge that you're going to face today is being a messenger from the inner world. But when you look at it, he's not aggressive. Okay, so be gentle in saying this message. You know, especially if the message is a little bit strong. Okay, yeah, be gentle. You know how it is. I speak softly, but I carry a big stick. Okay. For some of you, yes, maybe you will be giving a one of the challenge or one of the work that you have to do for today is being a messenger for the inner world. Okay. At the same time, also, I think I think you'll have time for solitude and silence. Maybe, yeah, maybe the universe also would ask you to have some me time amidst nature, just like this Knight of Cups. You see, even the horse is not in a hurry, so he is taking his own sweet time, listening to nature, listening, looking at the cup. You see him concentrated on the cup. He's like meditating on the Holy Grail, okay, as he travel. So somehow, but be careful, okay, when you are contemplating while walking, no, be careful you don't sleep or trip yourself, okay. Meditating, you can meditate while remaining grounded in reality. You know how it is when you go out in nature, you listen to the birds, you try to feel the ground you are walking to, you feel the breeze. No, it's living the present moment, and that is one form already of being, of contemplating, because when you contemplate, you listen to the divine, and when you listen to the divine, you when you go to nature and you be aware of the beauty of nature, it is one way of listening to the divine, living the present moment, because the divine uses natural things in order to communicate with us. He can use a bird that would suddenly sing before us, and when you look at the bird, immediately you get a message. He could use a simple feather. As you walk, suddenly you find a feather before you, and suddenly you are aware that your spirit guides and the angels are with you, and they are helping you right now. You are just walking, and suddenly you see a series of a certain number that keeps repeating itself, and then you realize that there is a special message for you. Sometimes you just hear somebody, you are walking, and then two people are talking, and suddenly you hear a certain phrase, and that phrase sticks to you. And then you walk a little bit longer, you hear a song, and the phrase of that song sticks to you, and then you realize it's interconnected to the earlier phrase that you received, and later on it comes back into one whole message. So somehow just be aware of nature, be aware of your environment that is happening to you, and be in a receptive mode. And I think one of the things that you need to do is to have a me time. Just as this night, no, sometimes he rushes out and does his job. There are times he just rides with his doors into the sunset. Okay, so slow down a bit also. So temperance, no, work and play makes the little boy an interesting person. Okay, something like that. Okay, so this is the challenge that you have to somehow, yeah, be in a receptive mode, and be open to be of service to the people and to the divine. Okay. Finally, what is the advice of the universe for us? Okay, it's spring cleaning. Okay, I think the advice is try to see which aspects of our life that we need to let go. Okay, it's minimalism in all aspects of our life. Maybe in our things, no, maybe we need to declutter our physical life, like cleaning our room, cleaning our office. Also declutter our maybe relationships, some relationships that are harming us already. Maybe we need to let them go. Okay, decluttering our diet. Those things that we tend to eat but we realize it's not good to us, maybe we need to let them go. Certain habits also, those little things that we do regularly which is not helpful to us, maybe we need to let them go. No, it's not easy. You see here, this person is sad because these things he will have to throw away. And sometimes, yeah, it becomes a mess, and when it becomes a mess, oh, I have to clean this up, something like that. Okay, well, it's part of life. But the beautiful thing is, once you declutter it, once you remove it from your life, whether it's a bad habit, a bad relationship, some things that you no longer need, that maybe you can share to other people, that other people consider as very valuable, so you give it to them. No, afterwards you feel better, and then you can turn around and enjoy the new cups that are given to you by the universe. It's like temperance also. Temperance is like also removing the things that no longer help us, removing the things that could harm us, and yeah, letting the universe fill up our cup again. You know, the cup will, an empty cup, an empty and very clean cup, no, is nice to drink from. Like for example, you drank a beverage from the cup, and you want to drink clear water. You need to drink the cup. You need to clean the cup, and when you are able to clean the cup, and you put fresh water, it's very refreshing to drink from. Okay, but if, for example, you took a beverage and then you mix it with the clear water, you won't be able to enjoy the clear water because it will be mixed with the beverage that was previously in the cup. So in a certain sense, yeah, it's part of having that temperance. No, also the a certain balance, I think, is decluttering. When you are able to declutter, actually, when you declutter your room, no, it's very comfortable for you to attain a certain balance in your life also, no, less distraction, less things that would harm us, no. So in a certain sense we are able to receive a certain balance. And when I look at it now, what attracts me right now is uh, the the Trinity, the sign of the Trinity, the presence of the divine in our life. When the divine is present in our life, we tend to understand why certain things we can no longer bring with us. we tend to understand it better and we realize that it is for the best. And at the same time, also, when you are aware of the divine in your life, you always know that the divine has always something to give us, to comfort us. And oftentimes, we know that this chapter is closing because the divine is bringing me to something more exciting, something more interesting. He is already lifting me to another level. So, yeah, at the same time here, even the night is constantly aware of the presence of the divine. So, I guess another thing that we need to consider right now is being aware of the presence of the divine. So, temperance, getting the middle road, doing some discipline, letting go of certain things like the Five of Cups, and at the same time being aware of being in a receptive mode to the universe, to the divine, like the Knight of Cups, no, being ready to be a messenger, which is also a possibility for today. So this is our reading for our Good Morning Tarot. Now we will go to the next part, which is a self-care tip. Okay, we are now in the self-care section of our Good Morning Tarot. Okay, today's self-care tip is quite interesting, and I think it's very nice. No? Okay, it says here from Bo Tupling, self-love is an ocean, and your heart is its vessel. Make it full, and any excess will spill over into the lives of the people you hold dear. But you must come first. Okay, it's loving yourself first. Okay, because you cannot give love when you do not have love. You are only able to give what you have. In fact, yeah, you cannot give a borrowed love. Okay, you cannot just tell this person, okay, I'm out of love. Can you give that love to him because I do not have any more love? Well, sometimes it works also, but I mean, for us to be able to give love, we need to love ourselves first. We need to feel that we are loved also. And to feel that we are loved, it's when you are aware of the presence of the divine. Like the card earlier, the Knight of Cups, no? The Knight of Cups is somebody who is aware that the divine loves him or her. He's constantly aware of the benefits or the messages coming from the universe. So he knows that he is loved. He knows that the divine is there to help him attain a certain balance, no? He knows that the divine is there to give him new cups when the old cups are spilled. You know, okay, okay, something like that. So he knows that the divine is there to help him attain a certain balance. He knows also that the divine will give him new cups when the old cups are spilled. But the important thing is he knows that he is loved. When he knows that he is loved by the divine, then he says, if the divine loves me, why shouldn't I love myself? Okay. So you need time to yourself. You need to nurture yourself also. I mean, physically, if you don't take care of yourself, then you won't be able to be of service to other people because you are sick and you will be the one who will be in need of service or in need of love. At the same time, also, when you know that you need love, you deserve love. It's because when you are able to love yourself, when you give yourself value, you know that you deserve love also. And so you are also very welcoming. You become a gracious receiver also. When somebody gives you love, you say thank you. Why? Because you know that you deserve the love. You know, when a person feels that he doesn't deserve love or she doesn't deserve love, when somebody gives them love, they say, "Oh no, thank you, thank you. I can manage." Okay, something like that. Instead of saying gratefully, "Thank you," they say, "Oh, I do not deserve this. I feel ashamed. I do not deserve." You deserve it. You deserve to be loved, and the love should start from you by giving yourself your you time, so that you will be able to be aware that the divine loves you also. I think learning to love ourselves also is knowing that the divine loves us. And because you are loved by the divine, you deserve to love yourself also. And when you're able to love, then when you feel the love of the divine in your life, and also you nurture yourself, it's easier for you to share that love to others too. So a cup that overflows. No? Your source of your source of happiness and love is the source of unlimited happiness and love, which is the divine. So it's deepening a relationship with the divine, and to get into that deeper relationship into the divine, you need to go to the inner portal of your heart. And when you go to the inner portal of your heart, yourself, your inner self will tell you, you also need to love yourself. Okay, you realize that. Okay, so it's very important. You always be receptive to love, receptive to the love from the divine, and also love yourself. And because of that, with that thing constantly happening in your life, you will be a cup that constantly overflows, and it will benefit the people around you. Okay. Recite these words in your heart. I am worthy of all the good things in my life. Everything that happens in our life is for our own good. I remember this video I saw in the internet. It's nice, no, the message that she said. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing that is happening in your life, you say that this is happening for my own good. This is for my own good. So when somehow something happens and you feel it seems like it's a little negative, there is a reason that is happening because it will lead to something good for me in the future. Okay, it is just part of the process. You know how it is sometimes. There's a thorn that suddenly pricks your skin. Now, removing that thorn or that small fiber of the wood, no, for example, you accidentally, it's a painful process. But once you remove it, it's for the benefit, your benefit. Because if not, it will cause swelling of your finger. So it's a painful process sometimes, but it's part of something that has to be done for your own good. So sometimes certain situations in our life are a little bit uncomfortable, but it's happening for our own good. So there is that positive knowing that, yeah, you are worthy of good things, of everything, the good things in your life. Now, everything that happens for you is for, when you look at it, it's having that thankfulness, spirituality, no, and knowing that all these things are for your own good, and you deserve that also. You deserve some time for yourself also. You deserve some time also to treat yourself. Okay, so I am worthy of all the good things in my life. Okay, even the bad can become good. Okay, anyway, let's try to read a little bit more from the handbook that accompanies this card, so that we can have we can benefit more from this self-care tip. Okay, by the way, this is an affirmation card. Okay, so let us try to see. This one is, okay, it says here, yeah, self-love. Okay, there is an internal self-care and an external self-care, and it says here, maybe we can read it together. Picture a vessel. What color is it? What shape? What is it made of? Close your eyes and hold your vessel in your hands. Turn it over. It is hollow. Is it hollow or full of water? Does it hold sand, flower petals, words of lost lovers, grass from fields you've yet to grass from fields you've yet to traverse? The emotional body is fluid and changing. So too are the contents of your vessel. So the contents of our hearts, no? It's true. Uh, you try to see what is right now in our heart. Is it beautiful memories? Is it those phrases that somebody we love has left in our heart? No. Who are right now in our hearts also? No? Who are in the different corners of our heart right now? What is it that is filling our heart right now. Okay. So the emotional body is fluid and changing. So too are the contents of your heart or your vessel. How much might you notice these fluctuations throughout the day and allow yourself to value equally, however full or empty this part of you feels? Okay. It's nice. No, we try to look into our hearts and try to see what our heart feels. Does our heart feel full of love or full of anger, hatred? Or do our heart feel empty? Does our heart feel empty? Or is it full, overflowing right now with joy that you like to share it to the world? You like to sing to the world? Or is it empty right now? Maybe you need to take some time to fill that heart up with love. No? Yeah. Treat yourself, maybe. Or allow the universe to fill it up. Okay. Place your vessel on your chest. So imagine placing that cup into your chest. No, it is yours to do with what you like. You are worthy of whatever it holds. So I think that decluttering is also in your heart. No, declutter it of things that are causing you pain, that are not very helpful to you, and at the same time to fill it with good things. Okay. You are worthy of good things. You deserve good things. You are loved. You are loved. And you love yourself. And people love you too. Okay. But most of all, even if other people hate you, you are loved by the divine. Okay. External care. External self-care. This is relational, community, creative, and work. The other one is mental, emotional, and physical. What do you take from relationships to fill your internal vessel of needs? Simply notice your pattern today. Nothing more. Okay, you just try to see. Examine your relationships right now. What are you taking from the relationship? I think it's good to, yeah, it's good to assess that also. There might be some people that you like to be with because they always are exuding with positive energy. And when you are with them, after the positive energy rubs into you. And so when you go out, you are filled with this positive energy. Now there are these other people who are also have negative energies, always complaining of everything, and then later on when you leave them, you find yourself also always complaining. For example, your boss calls you into the office and starts scolding you, and then when you go out of the office, you're already angry, and then you snapped at your best friend because you transferred the negative energy to your friend. So be careful also, especially if you are very empathic. uh, you have this gift of clear sentience. No, you might be taking with you low energies that will not be beneficial to you and the people around you. So do some energy checks every once in a while. If you accidentally brought with you negative energies, when you become aware of it, you just remove it. Or if you cannot remove it, you ask your angels to remove it for you. Sometimes just being aware of it is already the first step towards removing the negative low energies. Okay, have good boundaries for today. And yes, spend some me time. Well, that's it for today for our Good Morning Tarot. I hope it has been beneficial for you, and I hope it has given you the energy to start the day and attain that certain balance, that temperance. Well, thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you feel this will help somebody, don't hesitate to share it with them. I hope to see you again. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.